End of Days is the Arnold Schwarzenegger mega smash hit movie where he showed the world that the only way to save it is to blow it all up. It starts off by making you question everything you think you know about the Catholic Church when it's revealed they elected Hector Salamanca as the new pope. Spock lets him know that a baby's being born today, which causes this priest to slightly overreact.
She must be killed.
Look, if Pope Hector has to tell you to chill out with the violence, then maybe you shouldn't be a priest anymore. While the Vatican sorts that shit out, this hospital staff is being totally badass, and whenever a baby is born, they sacrifice a rattlesnake and feed its blood to the newborn. I don't know why they do it, but fuck yeah! That baby is like 3 minutes old and has already done more awesome shit than most adults. Then New York just starts exploding for no reason. Fires shooting up everywhere, this guy's seizing in the bathroom. Then he makes out with this guy's wife, then that building fucking explodes too. I don't even give a shit that none of this makes any sense. Now we finally get to see Austria's greatest gift. And also Arnold.
You are looking very sharp this morning.
He does private security, and when New York isn't randomly exploding, it has assassins on fire escapes that rain hellfire down on smug Wall Street dickheads.
Get in the car!
New York is fucking awesome. Arnold takes a few rounds to the chest, but it's Arnold, so at best he's slightly annoyed. So he tells a passing helicopter that it's going to pick him up right now, and while this pilot is definitely going to lose his license for this crazy shit. When Arnold tells you,
Sky 2, get the f down here, now!
then fuck the FAA. At this point, the helicopter's just a glorified kite anyways, as Arnold flies it towards the assassin who'd rather jump off a building than deal with a pissed off Arnold. Not today, fucker. After setting him down gently, Arnold chases after him, and they end up in an abandoned subway station.
1,000 years has ended! The Dark Angel is loosed from his prison!
He's in no mood for this crazy old man shit, so he shoots him in the fucking nuts, which shuts him up quick. Now that that's over with, they decide to forget this jackass who they're being paid to protect and instead choose to solve a mystery.
The police may want that. They call it evidence.
I like to get a head start.
It's unclear what that mystery even is, since you caught the bad guy whose motive is being crazy as shit.
The Dark Angel is loosed from his prison!
But whatever, we're here to watch a movie where Arnold fights the devil, so you can fuck right off with logic and coherency. They go to the old man's apartment, and it turns out he's not crazy after all. Just kidding.
Hey, I found something. His tongue.
He's nuttier than squirrel shit.
He must have cut it out himself.
They find a picture kept in a jar in the refrigerator that's being guarded by a black cat. They still don't know what they're even investigating, but agree they need to get the f*** out of there before that pissed off cat comes back. So they decide to just find the girl in the picture. That girl turns out to be the baby from earlier, whose life has been all downhill ever since the whole snake blood thing. She's having a rough time because her mom just died 18 fucking years ago when she was 1. That ungrateful bitch gives zero shits about dad, who at least stuck around till she was 5. After that middle finger to her father, she heads home when Ron Perlman starts doing Ron Perlman shit.
He's coming for you. Can you see him? He's gonna fuck you, Christine.
Before falling to pieces. Then she starts losing her mind, like he doesn't pull that shit all the time. Fuck you, Perlman. And lady, get your shit together. She makes it home and calls her psychiatrist, who's also the snake doctor.
You control them.
He tells her to stop calling him every time Perlman's being a creep
We've been over this before.
and take a Xanax or something
Take another Xanax.
to chill the fuck out. Then we find out her new mom is the snake nurse.
What's wrong with me? Why do I see things?
Because you're fucking nuts, lady. What kind of stupid question is that? Anyways, Arnold's next stop in the mystery machine is the church that the crazy guy used to work at. But nothing's going on there except for normal church shit. So now Arnold's stumped. Then, holy shit, he suddenly has an amazing idea. What if, in order to find out why the crazy guy did what he did, he asks the guy himself? That brilliant revelation came too late though, and that crazy old fuck somehow crucified himself to the ceiling. Fuck me. That's some impressive shit that you can't even be mad at. But they should be mad at that fucking hospital. Not only did they not notice this whole thing, but he also managed to carve an entire book into his chest.
Christ in New York.
This whole thing must have taken hours, and generally, when someone's in the hospital after lighting up innocent people in broad daylight, you don't give him access to various weapons.
Just keeps getting better.
But the hospital's not done fucking up yet because he's not even dead. Now he's dead. The doctor even fucked up reading.
Christ in New York.
Luckily, Arnold's a master of the English language and figures it out anyways.
It's not Christ in New York. It's Christine York.
Now we get more of this guy who's still being awesome.
Hey, kid.
Got him. Anyways, these guys break in to try and kill Snake Baby, but she's a step ahead of them and launches this nightstand out the window. It's never explained what the point of that was, but I'm sure she had her reasons. Then, just as they're about to kill her,
I commend you to Almighty God.
Arnold and his partner show up and find it suspicious that someone inside is unloading on them through the door. So they bust in and end up in a shootout. But he's the fucking Terminator, so it goes exactly how you expect. This is how she thanks Arnold for saving her life.
My little girl had one just like it.
You snooped through her stuff without asking to?
Fuck you, lady. So he steals one of her books as ungrateful bitch tax. While he's doing that, this guy shows up outside, and it turns out he has a serious kidney infection that causes him to piss pure oil that somehow ignites. Arnold's partner is so confused by this entire ridiculous scenario that he just stands there as the fire slowly creeps up and explodes the shit out of him. Then we learn that Snake Nurse is still metal as fuck when she starts beating the piss out of Arnold until he remembers he's a massive bodybuilder and she's an elderly and obese woman. At this point, he's starting to think something just doesn't add up, and after killing some cops, he takes her back to the church for some answers.
In dreams, numbers appear upside down and backward. So 666 becomes 999, like in 1999, the year of his return.
And holy shit, is this a Pepe Sylvia level stretch, which sets off Arnold's bullshit detector.
I think it was a mistake to come here.
So he chooses to leave, but she'd rather stay and die.
I'm sorry.
Good fucking riddance. Back at home, Arnold's had a bit too much to drink. And after broing out to Spice Girls,
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you really want.
I tell you what I want.
they get a little too pumped up and throw each other out the window. Then this guy magically appears unexploded, and Arnold is so excited he gives him a celebratory arm shot.
Stop being such a pussy!
She could have joined in on karaoke and arm shots, but instead, she's being sacrificed, which is what you get for choosing this stupid old f*** over Arnold. You are so lucky that Arnold loves shooting shit.
I can do this all day long.
And I could watch it all day too. Then this guy shows up and starts clowning these stupid priests.
God destroy.
While Arnold's out back fighting the cult from Cobra. The next day, he gets stitched up by the underground doctor that the church pays under the table for reasons I don't feel comfortable talking about. So, anyways, he stumbles out to stock up on guns and fucking grenade launchers, which is a completely normal thing for a private security firm to have on hand. Then he sneaks into this giant boiler room where everyone's standing around dressed up like some sort of comic book convention to watch Satan bang the snake chick. When he starts unloading on all those fucking nerds before blowing everything to shit and getting the hell out of there. They hop on this subway train, and even though they're being chased by insane cultists and the literal devil, there's always time to review gun safety.
Only pull the trigger when you're ready to...
Then the devil suddenly thinks he's alien and kills William H. Macy. That motherfucker has finally gone too far. So Arnold tries to take him out once and for all. Even though we've seen multiple times that fire doesn't bother him, you gotta admit it looked pretty sweet. So now they hole up in this church and just have to make it until midnight. But with their shitty luck, this place wasn't built up to code and just starts collapsing all around them. Then Satan finally shows his true self, but is intimidated by Arnold, so he tries to possess him instead. Even though he's possessed now, he still has enough control to give the devil a big f*** you by jumping on this sword and killing them both. It was completely pointless because there was only 5 seconds left until midnight anyways, but who gives a shit? It was totally badass. And she gets a happy ending where both her parents are dead, both her step-parents are dead, he's dead, literally everyone's fucking dead. Go fuck yourself.